ever been in an English conversation and suddenly silence? You understand the words, but you don't know what to say. Maybe someone asks you a question and you just freeze, or you misunderstand something and feel embarrassed. I know this happens to many learners. Even advanced speakers face awkward pauses sometimes. The good news is these moments are normal and there are strategies you can use to handle them confidently. Today, I'll show you how to navigate tricky conversations step by step with examples and practical tips you can use immediately, and of course, lots of mini exercises. So, think of the last conversation where you froze. What could you have said instead? Write down 2 possible responses in comments. Let me ask you something. Why are some conversations so tricky? Let's break it down. One reason could be fear of making mistakes. Many learners worry about sounding silly or incorrect. For example, you might think, if I say it wrong, they will laugh. But in most cases, people just want to understand you, not judge you. Another possible reason is not understanding nuance. Native speakers often use idioms, phrasal verbs, or informal expressions. You might hear, I'm feeling under the weather instead of I'm sick. If you don't know this, the conversation becomes confusing. And cultural differences is another reason. People communicate differently in every culture. Some are very direct, saying exactly what they think. Others are indirect and polite. Understanding this difference helps prevent misunderstandings. Now I have 3 typical tricky situations for you. 1. Disagreeing politely. In this situation, you can say something like, I see your point, but I think blah blah. Then say your opinion. Number 2, asking for clarification. Say this, could you explain that again? And the other person will explain again. And the third situation would be interrupting respectfully. Try saying, sorry to interrupt, but I have to add blah blah. Then say your idea here. Here's your first mini exercise. Choose one situation you struggle with. Write a simple sentence for that situation. For example, I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain again? Go on, think for a second, and come up with one sentence. And of course, I have some tools that help you stay confident and clear in difficult situations. For clarity, use these strong tools. Could you rephrase that? Say it when something is unclear. If I understand correctly, blah blah. Use this to summarize what you hear. And can you elaborate on blah blah? Say it to ask for more details politely. Let's put it into an example. For example, you hear, we need to pivot the project. You really don't have any ideas. Now, say something like, could you rephrase that, please? I'm not sure what you mean. Another helpful tool is to show that you are actively listening and confirming. Show your listening by nodding, smiling, or maintaining eye contact. Repeat or summarize. You can say something like, so you're saying we need to meet tomorrow at 10, right? If you say this, you are asking for confirmation. Use I statements like, I feel that. For example, I feel that we could try a different approach. Acknowledge the other person. Show them you understand them. Say something like, I understand your point, and I also think, then continue with your own idea. This reduces tension and keeps the conversation polite. Let's have another meaning exercise. Practice one phrase loud. For example, this one. If I understand correctly, you want me to submit the report today. Say it 3 times, paying attention to pronunciation and intonation. Now let's see some phrases in real situations together. I have 3 different scenarios for you. Ready for the first one? You're politely declining an invitation. In this situation, if you say, "No, I don't want it," it's definitely wrong. A better way is this. "Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it, but I can't make it this time." See, this is more polite. The second scenario, you're expressing disagreement at work. Never say "that's wrong." Instead, try saying this. "I see your point, but I think we could consider blah blah." Say your idea now. And the third scenario is this. You're confused by the instructions. If you say, "I don't understand, you're wrong," oh, the other person would definitely stop the conversation. You'd better say, "Sorry, could you explain that part again? Do you mean we should blah blah?" By saying so, you're asking for more explanation. Now, time to exercise. Pick a scenario and write a sentence using one of the power phrases. For example, you're confused by a specific piece of information. I would say, "If I understand correctly, you want me to lead the meeting." Now, go on, pick your own scenario and write a sentence. Finally, let's talk about mindset. How you think affects how you speak. It's okay to not know everything. Mistakes are part of learning. Each mistake is a step forward, so don't be afraid of making mistakes. Practice regularly. Role play with friends, join language exchange groups, or use conversation apps. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day helps. See challenges as opportunities. Difficult conversations are not tests. They are chances to grow and improve. Remember, the more you practice, the easier conversations will become. And the more confident you are, the more fluent you will sound. Now it's your turn. Think about a tricky conversation you had recently. Which strategy could you use next time? Write your examples in the comments and I'll give you feedback and tips. If you found these tips helpful, like this video, subscribe and share it with your friends who want to improve their English. Remember, confidence, practice, and the right phrases make any conversation easier. Keep speaking, keep practicing, and your English will improve every day.